Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy 005 Dynasty. We back with another video. And this video I think is pretty cool because what I want to talk about is how do you gain your own style when it comes to musical production? Because I know a lot of people think they have their own style, but you don't have your own style. And the way you really know that you have your own style is that it's hard for other people to replicate it. Because it's not inside of them. It's not inside their mind. It's not inside their heart, their body, their soul. So that's one way that you can literally tell that you have your own style. And when people will say, "Oh, I sample to make my beats and I have my own style," that's not your style, man. First of all, you didn't create that way of creating. Second of all, people can replicate your samples because it's a sample. When you start, put it like this, guys and girls. It took me a while to figure out my own style because my own style had to come from inside of me. When I started to create music, I was replicating what I saw from other people and what other people had told me. Then when I backed off from that, and I said, let me stop. I want to do my own thing. It was actually really, really hard because I didn't know how to create a style. I didn't know where to begin. I didn't understand the fundamentals of creating my own style. So what I had to do was I had to literally pick bits and pieces of what I like on this earth. I had to literally pick bits and pieces of what I like on this earth because what's inside of you is your style. What the bits and pieces, it might be like a certain television show you watch or movies, or it might even be a specific genre of music you listen to. But there's something about it that you like. Even if you listen to a certain genre of music, there's something inside of that genre that you like. You don't. Most of the time, you don't like the whole thing. You don't like everything that's something about something. You might like bits and pieces of it. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And then you start to formulate your own style by starting to understand what those bits and pieces are. So when I wanted to, I didn't want to create Ghost Wave. Ghost Wave happened to just come from me, basically. So when I started to create my style, I started to mess around with the devices that I was using, and I also had in my mind, I like cinematic music. But what do I like about cinematic music? Well, I like the background score, not the soundtrack. I like the score. What do I like about the scores? What's so intriguing about the scores? You know what I'm saying? So then, I'm not creating these scores that these people are writing. I'm not sitting there with Hans Zimmer and all these different people. But I got a general idea of I like for my sounds to sit at a certain level inside of my sound recording, inside of my mix. So once I started to figure stuff like that out, little intricate things like that, I started to form my own style, of how I want to play my music, what I want it to sound like, and then how to mix it properly to get to that point where it sounds like me, where I feel like, oh yeah, this is me. This is what I made. This is what I own. This is my, you know what I'm saying? This don't sound like nobody else. This is my nostalgia. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard. It's hard. It's not easy, man. It's not easy, but you can do it. You can literally figure out a way of playing out whatever sounds you want to play out, and figure out a way of how to mix it and how to bring stuff to the table and say, this is my style. This is my, let's say, genre. I'm coining this. This is me. Nobody has created this before, or maybe they have created something similar, but it's not this though. It's not this. It's not exactly like this. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Yeah, man. Yeah. So I think it's very key for a person like me who keeps talking about this stuff to like say like, hey, it might be how long you hold the keys down when you're playing the piano, or you know what I mean, how quickly you're strumming a guitar. That plays into your style. Like Jimi Hendrix had a certain style of how he played the guitar, right? Electric guitar, right? But nobody could replicate him. And what I mean by that is your peers. Years later, people figure out your stuff. People, because they like it so much that they become fanatics, and they go hard on trying to figure out your style. And eventually people figure it out, or maybe they get pointers being thrown at them. People give away the secrets and so forth. But when it's your peers at whatever, what do you want to call it? What do you call it? I forget what you call it. But you know, every 10 to 15 years, those are your peers. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm in so whatever your generation is. So I'm in Gen X, right? So my peers were they able to make a sound like mine? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it's all about. Years after that, people will copy your style. Trust me, man. Your stuff, you know what I'm saying? People will figure it out. So so right now, are you sitting at home and listening to this video and saying, you know what, man, I kind of hear what this guy is saying. I don't like what he's saying, but I kind of hear what this guy is saying. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to see if I can come up with something. And it might take me a 1 week, 2 week, 3 weeks. It might take me a month, but I might have something that's not sampling, not downloading off of Splice, not downloading cymatics packs, not getting MIDI chord packs, not using AI, not going and hearing another record and making a record after hearing that record. I mean, literally just sitting there with a blank canvas and just whatever equipment you guys have and try to figure out something that's not using somebody else's technique that you've seen in a tutorial or a content creator has showed you or old school musical producer has showed you. Can you just try to figure out something from nothing? Will y'all try that? I mean, I just gave y'all some pointers. And like, I'm still learning. I'm still perfecting the ghost wave style, man. I mean, it's so much to do with music. And I know people are struggling with that aspect, that they don't understand that there's more to do with music than just what they've already learned. They're struggling with that. I know people are struggling with that concept. I know they are. I hear it all in my comment section, man. I read a lot of your comments, and I'm just like, I already know. Half your comments, I don't even need to finish the whole comment because I already know where your mind is. And it's definitely not where my level. It's not where I'm thinking. No, what I'm thinking. Definitely not, man. Definitely not. Anyway, this is going to be a quick one. This is your boy 005 Dynasty. I'm going to get up out of here. I just wanted to touch bases on that. Like, yo, can you find your own style without using the information that you know right now? And I'm not talking about like music production. Use your music production knowledge. But I'm saying don't take from like all the producers or content creators. Don't take their information. Just use your skills that you have of your device and say, I want to create my own style. And it might come from, like I said, it might come from movies. It might come from like something you do around your house. It might come from, like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you had a strong upbringing and you love your pops and your moms, or maybe you had a downfall with your parents and you know what I'm saying, you don't really rock with them no more, but maybe your style might come from that. Maybe most of your songs might come from that. Like, you never know, man. Like I literally do ghost wave, which is cinematic air hop, right? That's the melodies like that I make, like the type of like sound when it comes to like the instrumentation. But when I rhyme, my rhyme is not like is my rhyming is different from my rhyming is different from the way I make beats. So I had to figure out two styles. I had to figure out a style for my rhyming, and I had to figure out a style for the way I make beats. Two totally different concepts, two totally different things. It's crazy. And then I also have to make those two things fit together when I'm putting a song together, which is crazy. It's kind of crazy when you think about that, man. But when I rhyme, I be talking about guns a lot, man. Like I have this infatuation with talking about guns, man. And I don't know, man, why. But I just think, like, you know, my upbringing, there was a lot of guns in my household. A lot of guns, man. I'm talking about, like, all my brothers had guns. My uncles had guns. My pops had guns. All I saw was guns, man. And that was like, that was when I moved out to Long Island with my pops. Before that, I didn't see no guns, man. When I was living with my aunt in Brooklyn, when she took me and my twin brother out the foster home, I didn't see no guns. When I was living in the foster home, I didn't see no guns. When I was living with my mother, I didn't see no guns. But when I got with my pops, mad guns. So, like, when I rhyme, I be talking about mad guns, son. And but it comes natural to me, man, because all the drama and all the fights and, you know what I'm saying, all the shootouts that my family's been into. So now when I associate guns with, like, not necessarily trying to shoot somebody like in the physical world, but more like taking out people in, like, the mental world, the mental aspect of, like, just, you know what I'm saying, always winning and never backing down. So it's kind of crazy. Like, when I tell my story, I think people gonna love my story, because you're not gonna see a gun in my hand. You're gonna see, like, how I'm shooting people down mentally. It's pretty dope, man. But now I gotta blend that with my Ghost Wave cinematic air hop type beats. They're not type beats, you know, style of beats. What's that? I don't like type beats. I don't want to hear nobody out there trying to make no Ghost Wave type beat either. Here they go. Nobody want to make your garbage beats, man. You garbage, son. You trash. I know. Thank you very much. Thank you. This is your boy, Old 5 Dynasty. I was going to leave like 5 minutes ago. Let me get up out of here. Don't forget to Google me. Don't forget to hit me up on Instagram. And don't forget to check all the videos out in this playlist. Oh, yeah. Don't forget to Google me. Peace. Bye.